Cleansed by the Spirit. Let us draw near with a sincere heart and full assurance of faith, our hearts cleansed of bad conscience and our body washed with pure water. Hebrews 10:22. Once a person becomes a born-again believer, a miraculous transformation occurs. The new creation follows the pattern similar to the creation in Genesis 1:1 and 2. Before we were purposeless, spiritually empty, we were in a spiritual darkness. But since the Holy Spirit was on the face of the earth the same way He was over us, we came to realization of the light of Christ. His character-building process in us begins once we believe and accept the gift of salvation through Jesus. We are made alive and born of our spiritual death and sin by the love and cleansing power of the Holy Spirit. The washing of our sinful nature begins to take place. The regeneration process begins to take effect in our lives. We live a world full of spiritual pollutants, and it's only through the power of the Holy Spirit that we can bring about this change in us. Once we allow Him to do so, we are set apart with a special purpose from God. Once we are rescued from the perversion of this world, we manage to have the experience of freedom and purity. This process will continue until the day of our redemption. Both the Scriptures and the Holy Spirit are synonymous in this process. We live in a generation that is pure in its own eyes, but is not cleansed from its filth. Proverbs 30:12 says that. To avoid such a filth, we must approach the convictions of the Holy Spirit and allow our hearts to be sprinkled from all evil conscience and our bodies to be washed with the purity of the cleansing power of the Holy Spirit. In biblical times, it was customary for guests to wash the feet of their guests by one of the house servants. It was an act of kindness and a welcoming to communion. In the same way, the Holy Spirit washes us in a divine purpose of obtaining communion with God and being useful for the kingdom. In real terms, we all experience our Christian walk moments when we smear ourselves with worldly mud on purpose or even by accident. This is where we need to trust the Holy Spirit to clean up the dirt that we have allowed in our agape clothing. Continually awareness of our actions will help us to keep ourselves clean of any dirt thrown at us. Every time we face evidence of spiritual contaminants, we need to ask the Spirit of God to help us. If you are facing any kind of impure thoughts, words, or actions, feel free to ask the Holy Spirit to clean you up.